I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So first off, man, shout out Kalen DeBoer. Shout out Kalen DeBoer, dog. You got to give a big shout out to Kalen DeBoer, man. His recruiting, dog. Now I know I ain't done an Alabama football video in a minute, man. Shout out all my Alabama people, fans who subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna get back into more, doing Bama videos. You hear me? Like I say, I speak mostly about the Vikings, et cetera, et cetera. But we're going to get back into Bama football, speaking about Bama football, dog. So rock, rip me. You hear me? Heavy. But shout out Kalen DeBoer, dog. He's proven everybody wrong so far. Everybody wrong so far. And I'm talking about as far as recruiting, dog. Oh, yeah. Remember he was first hired? Everybody talked about, where he lacked the most. Can he recruit? Can he recruit, man? Can he go all over the U.S. and recruiting the South and recruiting the Midwest, et cetera, et cetera? Can he pick up where Saban left off, dog? Yeah, everybody questioned his recruiting skills. What do players want to play for him? Can players still come in the building, especially with the whole NIL situation? Pay for play, you hear me? But Kalen DeBoer, he's killed that noise. He's killed that noise, man. Hands down, man down, dog. Not only is he dominating recruiting, man, he getting 5 stars, 4 stars, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, 5-star, 4-star commits, dog. You dig me? No one expected this, huh? No one saw this coming, dog. That shows you Kalen DeBoer has the ability to adapt to the situation. You hear me? Yes, it shows you he can adapt, dog. He can go into different environments, not just the West Coast, homie, not just the West Coast, you hear me? He can go down south, Midwest, dog, but the West Coast too, Cali plugs too, dog. He can go worldwide and recruit, talk to players, make players believe in him. Who was great at doing that? Saban, making players believe, making them feel comfortable, content with their decision. As we see now, dog, it's much more than about money, dog. Yeah, see this whole pay for play situation, dog, that can be neutralized, homie, because at the end of the day, it's still players out there with integrity, dog, with heart, determination, substance, principles, morals, integrity, dog. They can't just be bought. You hear me? Now, it's individuals who can be bought, no cap. It's a lot of individuals who can be bought, homie. Let them go get theirs. But the fact Kalen DeBoer, brand new coach, man, coming in, feet to the ground, man, stepping in the fire like, hey, give me that smoke. Give me that smoke. You hear me? I want that. I need that. I want that. I need that. You hear me? And doing a great job. You got 5-star receivers coming in, 4-star receivers, O-linemen, which I'm finna get into right now, man. Cornerbacks, etc. He's building the squad, man. He knows the expectations. He knows what's expected of him, from him. Now, will Bama win a natty this year? They could. They definitely could. Now, would the season be a failure if they don't win the natty? That's up for debate, but I don't think so. They make the playoffs, even get to the championship game, make a run, compete. I think you can call it a solid, successful season. But us, we Bama fans, we want to win. We want them boys to win, dog. You hear me? We demand greatness, right? Heavy. That's what comes with the territory. That's the standard, dog. That's the standard. That's the standard Nick Saban has set, and the standard that Kalen DeBoer is trying to continue going. But he's doing it in his own way, dog. But you got to congratulate that man. You got to congratulate that man. You hear me? The job he has done with recruiting. You hear me? The players in the building committing. Now, of course, they can decommit. But the players who have committed, boys can play ball, big boys who can play ball. And he's attacking the trenches. And he's attacking the trenches too, which I love the most. As we know, as you know, as you should know, the games are won in the trenches, dog. The games are won in the trenches. You hear me? On every level, especially at the highest level. D1 football, NFL, we know what's up. We know where playoff games, Super Bowls are won in them trenches, dog. And he's getting them big boys. He's getting them big boys, huh? Ready to bang, dog. Roll Tide full of pride. Roll Tide full of pride, dog. So I got to take time to shout out Kalen DeBoer, man. Kalen DeBoer, dog. Doing a number on them boys. Doing a number on them boys, dog. Shout out respect to him. Man, he's coming in, wheels turning, wheels turning. You see this recruiting class? You see these commits coming in the building? Not to mention players who already signed, freshmen who are going to be on the field next year. The likes of Ryan Williams, the list goes on, dog. Defense and offense. But he is building his so-called dynasty. He's doing it his way. Oh, man, you got to be excited about the future for the Bama football squad, man. You know, we know his coaching is great. Offensive-minded, offensive mastermind potentially. Now, of course, all these players, just like him as well, have to prove it, have to get the wins, the victories, have to prove it on a field, dog. Him and his staff have to develop these players. But right now, we talk about just the players in the building, getting the best in the world, the best in the world. Come on, baby. Everybody said Bama gonna fall off. Ain't nobody want to play for Bama. Who? Shit, me? Said who, homie? Said who? Huh? Kalen DeBoer shutting that down, dog. That just shows you, you know, what being pure, what being real, sticking to your guns, being a good individual, you know, the ability to lead young men, you hear me? Make them believe in you and your message and your goals for them. You know, it's more than just about football, you know, showing you really care. Got a certain amount of love for them, man. You hear me? It's not just about pay for play, pay for play. Yeah, baby, let's get it. Let's roll on them. Let's roll on them, huh? Roll Tide full of pride. But shout out DeBoer once again, man, and the Bama staff, dog. Heavy respect. Now let's get into this story, this article, dog. Rock with me, rock with me. Bama fans, step up, rock with me, dog. You hear me? Rock with me. Give me a second, man. Let's get it, man. We're going to get into this, man. This is the most recent commit, you know, one of the most recent commits, man. Here we go. Vigor, offensive tackle Micah DeBose shuts down recruitment following Tide commitment. Alabama was the best place for me. That's what I'm talking about, big dog. That's what I'm talking about, homie. Let them know. Let them know. You hear me? Vigor offensive lineman Micah DeBose in action. Blount against Blount in the first half of prep football game Saturday, August 26, 23 at Lade Pebbles. This. So let's go, baby. Give me a second, man. It's tweaking out. Let's get it. We back at it. Vigor, four-star offensive tackle. Micah DeBose said Alabama's plan for him was what separated the Crimson Tide from other colleges. I bet it was, man. That's what it's about. I wonder what Bama's plan is. So they obviously told him something. Kalen DeBoer told him something he liked. That's what it's about, man. But listen to this here. The 6'5", I said 6'5", huh? 300-pound senior committed to Kalen DeBoer in Alabama during his official visit on Saturday night, man. He had been a Georgia commit. Georgia, what up? You mad, Georgia? You mad, Georgia? Roll Tide full of pride. Roll Tide full of pride. You hear me? But 6'5", 300 pounds, a senior in high school? Think about his upside. Think about his production. How much he will grow into his body at Bama for 3 years? What? You talking about a future first-round draft pick, homie. A future first-round draft pick, dog. If his skills transition to the college level, which I'm sure they will, he continues to develop and get developed under a great staff, under great coaches like DeBoer, etc. He's going to be elite. He's going to be elite, dog. Like I say, you're talking about a future first-round draft pick. Shout out DeBoer, dog. You hear me? Shout out DeBoer, homie. Heavy, dog. That's all I need to see or hear, dog. You talk about Bama where games are won, dog. This is just one player. It's another, I believe, center they signed, dog. A 5-star, 4-star center. But Georgia, I know you, man. I know them Georgia boys mad, man. Little quick article, man. But shout out Micah DeBose, man. Shout out Micah DeBose, homie. Man, right there, boom. Bama hitting the ground running, dog. Oh, Georgia, once again, Georgia, you mad? You better get glad, Georgia. What? What Georgia thought? They was going to come in and take everybody? Georgia, y'all thought everybody just wanted to play for you? You think you could come to Bama and just take players and not get the same retaliation, homie? Yeah, y'all scared, huh? Y'all know Bama coming, huh? Oh, y'all thought because Saban left, it was the end of the era. It was the end of the era. Guess what? It's an end of the era, no cap. But guess what? It's a new era now, dog. The DeBoer era, the Kalen DeBoer era. You hear me? And he coming to play. He ain't coming to play. That's what I mean, dog. He ain't coming to play. He coming to dominate. He coming to dominate, homie. Huh? But Micah DeBoer, remember that name. Michael DeBose, remember that name, dog. He will be. He will be. Long as he keeps his mental right, stays zoned in, keeps that work ethic, works, fights, grinds hard, dog. 6'5", 300, you can't coach that, man. You can't coach size. You can't coach speed, homie. He will be a first-round pick. He will be a future first-round pick, dog. Heavy. Follow his career. I will follow his career. But this just goes to show you, man, you come from a great program. You coaching at a great program. If you built a dynasty, built a system that Saban has built, even though he left, the pedigree still there, dog. People, you thought players were just going to shy away from Bama because Saban left? It's a new energy. It's a new coach. Respect Saban all day. Probably the greatest college coach ever. But it's a new energy, dog. Huh? It's a new regime, homie. And sometimes the switch up is needed. It was an abrupt change, but guess what? DeBoer, his staff, have adapted quickly and swiftly, dog. Huh? Gotta respect it. Gotta give him mad props, homie. But Micah DeBose, only one commit. 5-star, 4-star out of many, homie. Let's get it, man. Let me know how you feel about it. How you feel about Micah DeBose? Will he be legit? Will he be it? Fire them comments up. Fire them comments up, man. I'm my Alabama fans at my big dogs at, dog. Shout out all my big dogs, my subscribers, my supporters. You are much appreciated for life, man. Roll Tide. Let's take it all the way, Bama. Let's take it all the way, man. Roll Tide full of pride. Win, lose, or draw. Heavy. Yeah.